Today's video contains spoilers for Ninjago Season 3 Part 2. It hasn't been released yet, but this was a video I was going to talk about anyhow, but thanks to episodes 11 to 18 being only released so far at the time of this recording, because I'm pre-recording this, I wanted to talk about Cole's character, the issue I feel like Ninjago fans have had, and then coming into, in my opinion, the end of Season 3 Part 1, sort of the issue we all needed to discuss, which is plain simple. Cole is disappearing a lot, and if I'm being honest, Season 3 Part 2 Episode 11 mentioned something that's deep in my opinion. And it's something I want to discuss on the video, this video, because regardless, I was going to talk about this, and it's a slight issue that Ninjago fans have had since Season 2 came out, and since we saw Season 3, and I just wanted to discuss. So, spoiler warning if you haven't seen the episodes, it's going to spoil a bit, and it's not going to spoil much. We haven't seen episodes 19 and 20, so we don't know what realistically happens towards the end. But yeah, no spoilers for the rest. It's going to cut to black now, and we're going to start talking about spoilers. So the thing I want to discuss today is the issue we're having with Cole at the moment, and we're gonna sort of start talking about from a season 3 part 1 perspective, now going into season 3 part 2 perspective. So let's quickly discuss this. In my opinion, Ninjago Dragons Rising has done something interesting with Cole's character and give him a new family. We've seen this in sort of season 13, Master of the Mountain, where he had a group called the Upley. That was worked in very well, but wasn't his main group. So since the merge, 5 to 7 years at this point, we're in the show now, he's had this family, a group of missing beings, Bunzel, Geo, Spitz, and Fritz. Now, since he's come there, something that I wish this didn't actually happen, but still, Fritz, the one that can turn into a bird, knew how to use his power, they were all living under one roof, and they couldn't escape. Hence, thanks to Nia and Sora and Ryu, they were able to finally sort of move out to go. We've seen this several times. They've went to the monastery several times. But for some odd reason, they never left the Land of Lost Things. Why? I don't know. Now, we're going to talk about part 1, and I will again go through spoilers when we get to part 2, but we're going to go into something that season 3 part 1 does a bit perfectly, but doesn't do too well at the end. Cole mentions to Lloyd in episode 1 of season 3 that yes, if anyone that's lost is going to end up somewhere, it's the Land of Lost Things, hence the name. Now, fair, it makes sense, right? But at the same time, it's kind of hard to imagine that. At the same time, Cole looking there with his group makes sense for the amount of days the Ninja are out, which let's say it's 5 max, it makes sense. But I've got a question. Why haven't after every part, or every sort of season, why hasn't Geo, Bunzel, and all that gone back to the monastery? There is no point of them being in the Land of Lost Things. Now, let's quickly talk about that family dynamic, because I don't have issues with it. I want to talk about it. Something that does quite upset me at this point is simple. Cole's new family. Cole's new family hasn't really ever been explored. Now, this season we find out Fritz can fly. And he's always known how to fly. Thank you for not giving us a development for that character. It would have been cool for Cole and Lloyd to have a discussion about this is that character from the Ice chapter. You remember that? From the Netherrealm. So, no need for a discussion there if you haven't watched Ninjago ever. And same with Spitz. I think we got a bit of detail on who he is in a flashback in episode 7 or 8 of season 3, part 1. It's very interesting, very conclusive, but very interesting. Now, my initial thoughts on this is these two characters need some character growth, and if they're going to be future characters on the ninja team, they should. Admittedly, Fritz is young, and same with Spitz, but Fritz is going to be very helpful if you think about it. Akita was something, and she was kind of wild, like wildfire, so admittedly, it works. Now, going back on track, we have Gio and Bunzel. I don't really think I need to go any further with that. Firstly, Gio. He helped the ninja in the Tournament of Sorcerers. He was kind of there. Bunzel. Again, she was kind of there. Makes sense. We're gonna go into season 3, part 2 as well, so let's get into it. So, spoilers for season 3, part 2. These are Cole spoilers, so let's get on with it. What is Cole? Who is Cole? What's his message and fighting for? What's his word of passage? His mom left him with this. Promise to protect those who, from cruel and unjust people. The Forbidden Five are cruel and unjust. And he goes on a quick side quest with Kai and Thwack. I don't know what I was going to say. Thwack. They go to uncover the secret on why the ground's been shaking. And I'm pretty sure it's because of this. Master Wu's ghost has been leading Cole to a dead source dragon. The dead source dragon of balance. A new theory that has popped up because of that. Now, with the source dragon of balance now being dead, and Ninja uncovering that, the ground has stopped shaking. Now, while they're on this mission, the Forbidden Five have gone out to obviously collect souls, as we've seen in season 3, part 2. Again, if you're still here, I don't know why you are, spoilers. But hence, they collect Fritz, Spitz, and Bunzel's soul. Shit. Didn't really think Bunzel had a soul, but again, each to their own, and there's a lot of disgusting information at the end. Getting straight into it though. What happens next is simple. Cole comes back and he blames himself. He wasn't able to protect them, but then they take them to the monastery. You see my slight issue here? Why haven't they been at the monastery this whole time where they can be protected? You'd think it's the smartest decision. Lloyd says it at the start of the season 2. Under his control, he has lost everyone. And every time they get back as a full team, they always split up. Okay, yeah, I see that. Makes sense, right? Let's talk about this. Cole's quests are unique, and I got it for the first part. But now they're united-ish. Why don't you just bring it back? Now, in fairness, I'm going to be real though. I understand Zane and Pixel going off this season, this part, because if you think about this logically, the one thing I don't really like about Ninjago Dragons Rising at the moment is there isn't a logical map at this point. I'm kind of annoyed that it hasn't been confirmed where everything is. It's just, there's a drawing. This is where things are. Yes, there are realms like Mysterium that do change, but Mysterium as a realm is somewhere. It'd be nice to pinpoint where all the realms are, right? So if you need to go somewhere or need to pin it on a map, you'd pin it. You'd think that there's a lot to uncover. Now, this isn't just a rant about the other ninja, it's mainly about Cole, because if you look at this, I think the Zane and Pixel thing works. It's something that was highlighted in part 1, and it's something that they need to do in part 2. Logical. The Cole thing, though, is interesting. It's expanded over several storylines. Made sense to do it now. Makes slight sense that it was a source dragon on balance. But, however, I just want to see this consist, though. It's something that I think Cole needs to work on if he comes back. he literally has Kai temper, and I've been on a Hollywood Discord today, and I've seen the same thing. It's not Cole's character. Well, it kind of is. This is his family. How else is he supposed to react? I'm also sorry if this does sound a bit annoying, because it's been a really long day for Ninjago News, and two, the Cole sort of stuff is kind of annoying me, because Cole has become sort of my favorite ninja beyond the six original ones, because the way and the character who he is very represented in a lot of people I know and the person I'm trying to become as well. Cole is the rock of the team. He's the heart, but I don't think he's felt logical sense, and I don't know if it's also because of the Master Wu thing as well. He tells Kai, "You're not my teacher." Kai's trying to impart wisdom that he's learned from Master Wu. You'd think logical sense would have been in Cole in the moments that he's in Imperium and then gets hollowed out. That was a hard scene to watch, but at the same time, the effects at the same time is like, you kind of pin this on yourself. If you want to help the finders, the logical thing was to help your team. So, I don't know. Also, again, this whole thing about the ninja not all learning Rising Dragons bugged me now, especially Cole. And then he goes to Eagle's funeral. It's kind of annoying. I don't know if that was stop training for some reason. I was actually hoping he did that in between the events of Season 3, Part 1. Kind of why I didn't want him in this season. It doesn't make sense. I think stories like this need to have answers and need a bit of a consist here. Doc White did say that Cole is going to go up against one of the Forbidden Five. Is he going to be ready for it? No, he's not. Couldn't even delve with Shadow Spin. That's just my quick talk about Cole. I know it's been a pretty long video, but I just want to talk about how Cole's going. I hope he actually heals from this hollowedness. We haven't got episode 19 and 20 again from this recording, but when it comes out, I'll discuss that in full detail. It's kind of a bit annoying, but I've probably spoken about that in another video at this point. But thank you guys for watching. Peace out, guys.